Good morning, Vietnam. That's an old Robin Williams movie. You probably never heard of it. Robin Williams is dead. Isn't that weird? I think the strangest thing about celebrities dying, like Ozzy Osbourne, Ace Frehley, Robin Williams, is that the world is slowly crumbling away and moving into the past. And this new world is coming in that you don't recognize. That I think if you live long enough, you're just like an alien in your own world. And this is just speculation because I'm only in my 50s. But I think if you live long enough, like if you live like in your 90s, over 100, you're probably just like, fuck this place. I'm ready to go. That's a hole in my shirt, by the way. Not a speck. This is a clean shirt. Like when I'm in the store now, I'll pass like Rolling Stone or People magazine, and I don't know who those people are on the cover. I'm like halfway clueless now. And there's still some famous people that I'm aware of, but I think they were like minted in the 90s. Like anyone who like became famous, like these rappers, they all seem to be called Lil something, or these actresses, especially like since Hollywood is so vicious to women and you're only important if you're under 30. A lot of these female actresses, I don't know who they are. I'm like, I get the impression that I'm supposed to know who they are, like they're famous, but I'm like, don't know. So I think that like if I live to like 80, 90, 100, the world is just going to be like full of electric cars and no one will have a job because everything's AI generated. We're just living in a big fake bubble. And yeah, like I'm definitely not going to know who the pop stars are. So it's Muscle Car Monday. That was a lot of blabber, I know. But it is Muscle Car Monday, and we're going to open some stuff that I acquired. I didn't trade for it. I actually like bought this stuff. So there's this. I'm kind of focused. I established a Shelby GT350R box. And gosh darn it if I'm not going to complete it, because none of them are really all that special. Like I think this might be the oldest one, like the debut, perhaps, maybe not. But there's only like 9 of them, and I already have 4 more on the way. So there's only 1 that'll be missing. So this will probably be a regular feature of Muscle Car Monday until I'm done. It's a badass car. It's a 350R, but it is a V8. And I think it was track specific, and just looks badass. I mean, can you imagine driving one of these on the track? I can, and it would be sweet. Shelby GT350R in blue. And let me show you that box. I'm going to pause because we don't want dead air or anything. So here's this Ford Shelby GT350R. There aren't very many, so this box has got a long way to go. So I only have these 4 right now. 4, actually 8, 9, at least 4 on the way. So I think I'll only be missing like 1. I'm a little fuzzy on how many there actually exist, but I do know that none of them are like convention cars or toy fair cars, so they're all obtainable. So I will have them all and probably update you on this box next Monday. Might be complete by then. Who knows? Also, today, I got these little drug-looking packets from a seller. And there's 7 cars in here. 4, 5, 6, 7. And what are these? Every single one of them is a 71 Dodge Demon. Because that's the other box. Here, let me show you that box. Yesterday, I was talking about moving my Supras to a bigger box, and it freed up some Planos. This was the 3rd Plano that I couldn't remember. 71 Dodge Demon. So I have a few. I think a couple of these came from Jody Zero, so thanks for that. They're all over the place. I think they're still placed where they would be, I guess. So, which I'm missing the debut. I guess this is the oldest one I have. And this 71 Dodge Demon was based on the Dart. I did not know that. The new Demon is a Challenger, but the old Demon was a Dart. So let's open some of these little mule packs. I love it when people send stuff in expensive paper towels, because I'm not paper towel rich, and I use these like usually to like clean up after a dog or something like that. So here's one. Looks like it's from the Flames series. Nice teal. Brand new. All these are new according to the seller, and the pictures looked that way. So shouldn't be any nicks or scrapes. Not that that would be a deal breaker, but I mean, I'm human. If I can get it new, I want it new. Look at that paper towel. He used a whole half sheet. So I'm going to save these like your grandma and use those for when the dogs like piss on the floor or something. Here's another one. Taped really well. There we go. And it's a yellow one. I don't think it's the one I already have. Looks like, if I remember right, the auction was all cars that I did not have. What a badass car. I bet you, I don't even know, but I bet you like a fully restored 71 Dodge Demon would be like an $80,000 to $120,000 car. Because that is sex on wheels right there. Paper towel number 2. I'm almost as happy about the paper towels as I am the cars. It's like a total bonus. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you ever trade with me, send me stuff wrapped in paper towels, because I use them. Black with red stripes. Very, very appropriate rims. I would say that's not quite enough rubber for what people were doing in these cars in 1971. So we'll say this is a restored, restified Dodge Demon with big old 22s, 20 on the front, 22s on the back. So that's one bag of those 3. Got 4 more to go. Wow, look at that color. Probably, I mean, I don't know, but I would say this is from the Flames series. Badass. I like purple cars. I think orange is my favorite color of automobile. Like, especially German cars, like supercars. But purple is a close second. I actually rode in the only classic muscle car that I rode in close to the era of the muscle car was my Uncle Chad had a Roadrunner, the kind with the Looney Tunes Roadrunner on it. It was purple. It was probably after 70. It was probably 71 or 72. And my grandmother lived 1 mile away exactly. And he used to try to see how fast he could get from his house to my grandmother's house in 1 mile, the 1 mile, how quickly. And I used to ride, this is like the 70s for you. I used to ride in the front seat with my hands on the dashboard, no seatbelt whatsoever. And we would probably go like 130 miles an hour at top speed to get to my grandmother's. And then he would slam on the brakes and I'd go forward and hit the dash. I would try to hold myself away from the dash while he was hitting the brakes. And 70s fun. And as Eddie Vedder said, kids of today need to protect themselves from the 70s. It won't work for you. Dark blue. Oh, I guess that's purple. It's not dark blue. It's another purple one. Look at that hood. That is Moparlicious. And a slightly more appropriate I don't know, still pretty thin rubber for a car like this, but beauty. So glossy. Love it. 2 more to go. Wait, gotta unfold the paper towel, which is like a bonus. That's like $1 worth of paper towels right there. A roll of paper towels costs like $17 now, so gotta conserve where you can. Yellow, is that the same one? This one I might have. I could have sworn it was all unique cars though. We'll take a look since there aren't a million cars in this episode. Last one. Ah, green. That is the Mopar-licious. Love it. So there's 7. Quick 7. That was a good lot. Buying lots. Like on eBay, there's a lot of scammers, a lot of bullshit. But every now and then, like the ideal is if you find like a parent or a grandparent that's just like getting rid of their kid or their grandparent or their grandchild's cars, and they don't know what the hell they are, and they just throw them in a box and sell them for like $20. You get really good deals and you find some gems in there. Even if there's a lot of trash and a lot of it's scratched, every now and then you'll find like one car that makes the whole lot. But you know that. The second best thing is when someone knows what they have, but they just really want the money. So I got those 7 cars for like $20. 7 71 Dodge Demons in new condition for like $20 plus $5 shipping. So like $25. That's a good deal. Like that's totally worth it to me. And that's not a bullshit scammer artist. So I'll give him good feedback. So here's the box. It's looking like I have that one. So maybe it'll be for sale for you. That looks real similar to that one. Let's take them both out and look. Close this up. These stand up really well with the lid closed, but they go tumbling pretty easily. Yeah, these are the same car. So I got one duplicate. But that's cool. I can sell this. This is the kind of car that I list initially for like $3.33 because it's older and it's highly desirable. So one of these will be for sale, you know where, probably by the time this video publishes. On another topic of on muscle cars, I'm getting rid of all these blown Camaros. I think 3 of them are already listed. Here's the Mexican flag one. All of them are the second tooling, the later tooling. It might be more than 2, with no blown engine popping out of the hood. But I needed some space on my Camaro shelf, and probably my least favorite era of the Camaro is the 80s. So that is Muscle Car Monday. The only update I have about Ignition Diecast is that the Pipeline of Plunder has been renamed the Altar of Plunder, which is just going back to what it used to be called. And I'm putting stuff in sections so you can like find it. Like if you're looking for like a specific silver label from whenever, you can find stuff easier. And it makes it a little more fun because now every single time I go to the store, there's something to buy to put in stock. And the only reason to buy from Ignition is if you can't find it in your area. I try to keep prices reasonable, but the stuff that's like being scalped to death, Ignition's got to make some money somehow, so I'll charge a lot, especially for supercharger hunts. If you're into those cars, you're going to pay. Maybe a little less on Ignition Diecast, but that is one way that we make money. So, happy Monday. Enjoy your week. And remember, shouldn't have to happen to you to matter to you. Keep it fun. Talk to you tomorrow.